The Gshock MRG. Elephant in the room. Because everyone's going to ask this. It's not worth it. It's this, that, and the other thing. I will agree with you. They are not, quote, worth it. When you're going to compare it to what you can get in the value proposition from the brand, Gshock, you can get Gshock well under $100. And that's honestly probably the best Gshock you can buy. But there's absolutely room for MRG to exist. I own the MRG Square. This is the MRG 2100. So they have a couple different colorways. This is the MRG B2100R-2A. I think currently the price on this thing is $3,800. It's on loan from Exquisite Timepieces in Naples, Florida. They're the authorized dealer of over 60 brands, Gshock being one of them. And I love that. So like, there's a lot of brands that I absolutely love, and I'm so happy that they carry them because it makes it easy. They have them in stock. They have competitive pricing, whatever the market is flowing with those particular watches, and they're super easy to deal with. I work with Tyler. I will put a link to Tyler's contact information down below, but anybody at Exquisite is going to be able to help you. Just name drop me, say you watch the channel or whatever, you know, whatever your relationship is with me. So just name drop and we'll go from there, and you will hopefully get the watch you're looking for. I can't help but, I mean, because at a distance, you can tell there's like a little hint of violet or something, but when you get up close on this dial, holy crap, you really start to see why the MRG and even the Casio Oceanus line, they're assembled by skilled assemblers, trained. They like have to rank up to that position, and it's called the G line. It's literally an assembly line shaped like a big G, and it's only the Casio Gshock MRGs and the Casio Oceanus line that gets done on that. As far as I remember, that's what I had heard. And when you look, the closer you look at those models, this one and the Oceanus line, you start to recognize that, yeah, there's something special going on. There's just a level of refinement that you do not see on the entry or mid-tier level of the brand. And you'll see that with other brands too. So that's another thing to consider. Yes, these are still Quartz, but guess who else is Quartz? Grand Seiko. And they're pretty expensive too, which Exquisite Timepiece carries Grand Seiko as well. And Seiko. So you can go there and you can buy a $500 Seiko Sports, or you can buy a probably $20,000 or $30,000 Grand Seiko. It really is going to depend on what your budget is, what your likes are, and all that good stuff. So this guy here, let's talk measurement. I measured, to be fair, from here to there, and I measure at 43.4 millimeter. The lug to lug, if you want to call it that, from here to here where the titanium metal is 49.4. The thickness, 13.9. That's not terrible. Keep in mind, the old tried and true Seiko SKX is 13.5 millimeter thick. So it's just slightly thicker than that. The strap width here is 25 millimeter, and it does taper down to 20. You have a simple fold over clasp system. Now, typically MRGs, and I've shown this on some MRGs in the past, they'll be able to clasp down. They're usually on bracelet. And then there's a lock feature. So there's no lock feature on this one, but you do have 3 micro adjusts there. And the strap is a cut-to-fit strap. Now, if you're not comfortable doing that, I highly suggest you go to Exquisite Timepieces. Let me know. I don't need too much prodding to make a trip to Florida. I love it down there. And they will size it for you. They basically just, you cut the strap, do it one at a time. But I will say this, a little tip from your Uncle Rob here, is you want to be, if one strap, one side has to be shorter than the other, you want the shorter side to be on the 6 o'clock side. That'll stop the watch from trying to rotate outward around your wrist. So make sure you do that as well. And then you have a 7.6 millimeter signed screw down crown. And I don't know if they magically make it so the MRG is always lined up when you screw down, or that can't be by accident, because I've had other MRGs and they do that too. That's that crazy attention to detail. Just like the case back. Look how the case back is done. Beautiful. Chamfered. Really nice refined screws, perfectly laid out. All of the detail information is on the case back. It is tough solar. It is multi-band 6. It is Bluetooth capable, has a sapphire crystal, and it is titanium construction. And then I don't know what that dial is made out of, but that blue purple vibe to it, it kind of changes color depending on the angle. It's absolutely stunning. There's no pushers on the left-hand side. You have a light up here, and then this button here does other functions depending on what you're accessing with the crown, but it's a really good time-only watch. So although it can do other things, it's not as accessible as, say, like, you know, this square or this. The interaction on it is a little more complicated. So my thoughts on that. This is a nicer watch. You're not going to use it like you would this watch. So I kind of don't really care what the functions are. If you do, then this is the wrong video for you. This is a nice high-end Gshock, and it should be worn and used in that fashion. Can you wear it and get it rough with it and abuse it? Sure, you can, but I mean, I guess that's all relative. Like, I wouldn't, because $3,800 is a lot of money. I don't wear my Gshock Square MRG like that. I wear this one if I'm going to get rough and work on cars and do stuff like that. I don't wear the MRG for that, just because it was a lot of money. I have a couple of buddies that own this watch, and every time they post up a wrist shot of it, I absolutely love that color. If you get that color to shine through, it is just a beautiful color on this dial. I think this is one of their best MRGs from the lineup. The old traditional MRGs, I like them, I appreciate them, I do respect them, but when they started doing the square and then later on doing the 2100, which I did call that when they did the 2100, how successful it was, I did say way early on that they will do an MRG of this, and they did. I like these models way more. I think they're the modern MRG that the watch enthusiast definitely want. Now, let's give this a quick blast with the UV light, because guess what? We have Lume. Yeah, you just got to pay $3,800 to get a full-on Lume setup for your 2100. No big deal, but you get it, and it looks beautiful. And you also get an LED. Now, there's no LCD screen. Thank you, Gshock, for not trying to incorporate that aspect of a traditional 2100 into the MRG. This is a refined quartz watch, very similar in fashion to what you would get with your Grand Seiko. You can get this at Exquisite Timepieces. Tell them I sent you. I'll see you on the next vid. Hopefully we can be MRG bros. I'll see you on the next one.